How would you like to generate an extra 5, 10, 20, or even 30 extra clients for your business routinely every single month like clockwork? Well, business websites get 70% of their traffic from search engines. And because of this, businesses that take advantage of search engine optimization from a high-quality agency have a much, much greater market presence. And if you're not implementing SEO in your current marketing plan, then you're being left behind in today's world. In fact, the local media experts at Boral Associates states that $65 billion will be spent on search engine optimization, or SEO, in 2016 alone. And that's just for local businesses in the United States. By 2020, this number is estimated to grow to a staggering $80 billion. To put it into perspective, with that amount of money spent on SEO, chances are your competition already has part of their budget set aside for this. Furthermore, if your competition has high rankings on the first page of Google, then you can almost bet that it's because of a powerful SEO campaign. Listen, your website's ranking in the Google search engine results page is a lot like the real estate that your business is built on. If your business is on a back street, barely visible from the road, you're not going to have much visibility. At best, you'll get some people coming by to your building, but most of the foot traffic you get are going to be people who already know about you and are searching specifically for your company. On the other hand, if your business is built on the corner of two popular streets or in the middle of a crowded shopping district, then it's going to be a different story. When people are looking for the service that you offer, they wander into your store, they're curious about whether you're a good fit for them. Your name is just going to pop up whenever they need help. Well, the same principle applies for websites sitting on page 3 for a high traffic search term. When you're at the bottom of page 3, people who search for car accident lawyer, for example, aren't going to find you unless they're really, really dedicated, or unless they are specifically looking just for you. Now that's what good SEO does in a nutshell. It takes your website from a place where it's difficult to find over to a place where it's difficult to miss. Now let me introduce myself. My name is Brett Calhoun, and my brother Eric and I both run Hyperion Search Engine Optimization. It's the best SEO agency in the Midwest. Now, over the next few minutes, I'm going to go over who we are, what exactly search engine optimization is, and I'm going to reveal the 3 best secrets for ranking locally anywhere in the United States. Now, a little bit about me. Not too long ago, I was working as an engineer at a power company. I was making pretty decent money, but I hated having to go into work and go through problems that I had no control or no ownership over. Furthermore, I was dealing with office politics instead of actually feeling like I was getting work done. On a daily basis, I would solve small problems, but I couldn't see what those problems, like how they affected the bigger picture, and I didn't really feel any pride at all in any of my accomplishments. So I was recommended a class given by a search engine optimization firm, and that's when I started my learning. I noticed that the problem-solving skills that I was getting in that class were a lot more rewarding than the ones I was using daily at work. I was diagnosing and fixing problems, and after looking at the results, I was amazed. I couldn't believe this stuff actually worked. We were looking at results, and they were just skyrocketing up through the Google search results. So I got my brother involved in the class too, and we both just took off. We both loved it. We became trained consultants in SEO. We started coaching other professionals how to improve their web systems and their business, and in the process we just kept learning more and more. Google changes their search algorithm constantly, so we had to develop a network of test sites to monitor the changes and keep track of what worked. Well, eventually, we noticed that some of the people we were talking to didn't have the time or the technical expertise to implement what we were actually teaching them. So as a result, we decided to start offering done-for-you direct SEO services instead of coaching and consulting. That's whenever we formed Hyperion SEO. 6 months later, our brand new site, less than a year old, is ranked near the top of the front page for SEO in our area. Now these results are verifiable and repeatable. So why should you get SEO? And what are the benefits of SEO specifically? Why would someone use SEO instead of Google AdWords or some other kind of online marketing? Well, the first reason is it keeps working to get you customers even after you stop paying for it. Now, for AdWords and other online advertising, your name is only up there for as long as you're paying the advertiser to be there. As soon as you stop paying, you disappear. With organic rankings, though, like that with search engine optimization, things don't shift around that fast. Once you're up there, you stay for a while, even if you're no longer paying. Now, the second reason people use SEO versus advertising is because it's more cost effective. A study by Group M UK and Nielsen revealed that only 4% of all searchers clicked on ads. Now, this statistic surprised us too when we first heard it, but it makes sense given the next reason. And that reason is it just plain looks better. Most people know how advertising works. You pay people, your company appears somewhere. When they're looking for something, be it a product or a service, and they see an ad, they think to themselves, well, that doesn't prove it's good, that just means that they paid money to be there. Now, being in the organic search results, however, usually means that the search engine, like Google, looked through all the pages that it has in its database, and it returned this page as a relevant page to what you're looking for. So we're telling you that ranking organically looks so much better, way, way better than just being in the ads. So you're probably asking yourself, then what matters in SEO? How do you do it? Well, the most popular myth that we run across in SEO from our clients is they think content is king. Now, content does not hurt, but it doesn't determine your ranking. Googlebot and the other search bots cannot critique your content. They don't know how awesome that blog post is. They're robots. They determine where your website should be based on criteria that they can observe. So the two main things that do directly determine where you show up in the rankings are how other websites refer to your website and what people do when they land on your website. How other websites treat yours is referring to backlinks, which are links from outside your site leading back to it. Websites, when they link back to your site, tell search engines what your website is about. The quality of the site linking back and the words used and how many and how often, all of those help rank your site for different terms. The other main metric is user behavior. When a user goes to your site from a search engine, the search engine tracks whether the user leaves immediately or sticks around and reads or travels to a different page. Search engines then use this data to determine your page's relevancy to that particular keyword. Now, content can play a role in these metrics, so having good content will definitely help a user stay longer and entice them to check out the rest of your website. And other websites will link back to you eventually if you have good articles that they want to refer to. How long this takes, though, is up to chance. How will a user find your page and stay on it to prove relevancy if they don't even see it in the search results? How will other websites, in that matter, link to your content if they aren't even aware of it? So that leads us into 3 things that you can do yourself to help your SEO situation. Number 1 is you can learn and use the Google Search Console. That's crucial, and we use it all the time. You can also install and use an analytics tool. We use our own. It's actually better than Google Analytics, which is the standard that most people use. And number 3 is to do intensive keyword research to find all the traffic that you want. That's also very, very important. There are a lot of people that come to us and they've already had SEO done, and they had SEO done on bad keywords. And we mean keywords that just didn't have any search traffic even going to them. I mean, that's like digging for gold in a place that just has barren soil. It's a bad mistake, and you might as well flush your money down the toilet. So, for the first item, the Search Console, in case you don't know, is one of the surest ways that you'll find any problems Google has with your website. Bing also has a similar tool that you should also familiarize yourself with if you have the time. Now, the second item, a good analytics tool, like we mentioned earlier, is essential to find out which initiatives are working to bring your visitors to your site. You can determine which pages are attracting traffic and where that traffic is coming from. Now, you want to find a good analytics tool to use for this. We have our own special proprietary one. We've partnered with the people who made it, and it is actually a lot better than Google Analytics. It's the best one out there right now that anyone knows of. And that's a special deal that we offer to our clients as well. See, in most tools, they can't distinguish between bots and real people. And so they can't see users that have ad blockers enabled also, which is the case of most millennials. For example, if you go to YouTube and you're someone that has some sort of an ad blocker so you don't have to watch all of the YouTube ads, well, then that also means that if you go to a website, then Google Analytics isn't going to know about it. So Google Analytics itself is actually a very flawed tool. There's just not a lot of analytical tools out there that are better, except for ours. Now, this one's also very important. You must ensure that you know exactly what it is that you want to rank for with each web page that you publish. Do the necessary research to figure out who your customer is and find out what keywords that they are actually searching for. This is so important. Don't overlook it. Which brings us to our next point. Do not rely on tricks alone. Many of our clients say that they have heard about a trick using Facebook posts or yellow page listings, something like that, where they can increase their Google rank. Now, this is true sometimes. Sometimes these tricks do work, and they can help your ranking slightly if they're done correctly. But if they're done incorrectly, which most of the time they are, they can and will hurt your current rankings. Furthermore, Google figures out these loopholes, and then they quickly adjust their algorithm every few months or so to stop them. This is why we don't rely on tricks alone to rank our client websites. They don't work long term, and they're unreliable. Only time-tested, battle-hardened strategies work long-term. That's what we use. They're the same strategies that can be replicated for any business website out there, and we use them daily to rank both our websites and our client websites. Now let's talk a little bit about our process. Our approach to SEO is broken up into 3 unique steps: keyword research, website authority, and analytics. Now, for keyword research, we investigate which keywords are strongest for your niche. For example, which keywords have the highest search volume and shows the highest amount of buyer intent. See, it's pointless to rank for keywords that don't have any search volume or that don't have any intent for the searcher to buy. An analogy we like to use is, like I mentioned earlier, gold mining, where gold miners, where you only want to dig where the gold actually is. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time and money. Now, the next one is website authority. This is where we begin our powerful SEO campaign. We build up your website's power, and we build up its trust, and we develop good, solid, and dependable ranking momentum to carry your website up through the search pages and just annihilate those coveted keywords. And then the last one is the analytics. This one's also very important. We install exclusive proprietary analytics software on your website so you know exactly where your traffic is coming from. And like I mentioned earlier, we're not talking about